Hello, this is Liam from Liam's Bike Life, and today I am going to be doing a highlights reel on Nocturnal Cross cyclocross race hosted by the Great Lakes team. So, yeah, let's get to it. Alright, right off the start here, I always am the first one off the line. Sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes, like in this case, it does not matter. For this race, my goal was to not be in the front before the switchbacks, even though if I was, it would give me a lead. I just know that some of the kids in the back were really fast, and they were probably going to crash because it's the first race of the year, and they just didn't seem to have that much cyclocross experience. Here we go off the start. As you can see, I let everybody pass me. Also, this conserves energy for later on in the race. Alright, I cut to here because the rest of the footage between here, the first part and here, were bumpy and blurry. And right here, you can see these two pony shop kids were in front of me, and they kept staying in front of me. I could not get them out of my way. They kept pushing me down and stuff. As you can see here, this is the next lap in the same spot. I picked one of the pony shop kids off. This is the kid that was pushing down and really holding his wheel. Right here, I sprinted as hard as I could to get around the corner before him. Barely made it. Right here was the downhill. So right here I was riding down, going super fast. And right about here I hit a bump, and then I pedaling, and you tell me what you feel. Chain falling off. So from here I'm like, okay, I'm gonna run up the hill. And then once I'm at the top, I'm gonna just get it back on. So I saw this guy in the distance. So my thoughts were like, I'm so tired right now. It's gonna be helpful to have somebody to help me. He wasn't really paying attention, which is okay, understandable. Right here, now finally, trying to squeeze that chain on. I forgot to engage the clutch on the derailleur, so that's kind of why. But thank God for this guy helping me get it under that chain guard thing. That was driving me crazy. And then right there, helps me again, get uncaught from the tip. And here's the pony shop again. Yep, after all that, he caught back up. From here on out, he was completely out of my race. After those switchbacks, he was just so far back.
Here's Liam Tatnick on Galbrook, a spirit of sport going to go.
Here we go, it's the next lap. I'm running up the hill once again. And I get on the bike and start riding. And right about here, this kid comes up on my right. I haven't seen him the whole race, and right here he just passes me. I try to keep up with him, and I just couldn't. It was so slow, I was pushing as hard as I could. And then skipping to the switchbacks here. I was coming around these corners super slow, and it was super bumpy and rough. And I was wondering why. I thought it was because I was just so tired, and I'd been racing 6 laps before, well, 5 laps before it's the final lap. And yeah, the bike felt very loose, and I just could not keep up with the kid in front of me. This was the slowest part of the race for me, and in prior laps, the switchbacks were my fastest part of the race, but just not here. I started getting lightheaded from pushing so hard, and then it started getting harder and harder, and I started waving. Thanks to these kids, there was 3 slower kids in front of us that we were lapping, and thanks to them, they slowed this kid down, and he nervously passed them super slow, so I got to catch up. And from here on out, I pushed super hard to just stay on his wheel. And right about here, it felt like I was making mistakes. The way I was taking the corners was like wavery. I'd like turn into the corner, but it was too sharp, and then I'd turn out. Right here, this was the worst transition in my mind. The rocks are super big. Right here, he gapped, and I was pushing, pedaling, as you can see. And I just barely caught up to him on the transition because he slowed down. Right here, I tried to pass him on the inside because that's what I normally do in a crit race. And for some reason, I just couldn't. And then right here again, I tried the same thing and it didn't work. And then right here on the straightaway, I just pushed as hard as I could. I was spinning my tire across the see at the end there, it came down to a bike throw. And yeah, that was maybe one of the hardest races I've ever had. Let's see what I thought. Hosted by Great Lakes Cycling. First cyclocross race of the year. I got the Trek Boon today. It was my dad's bike. But we didn't have a bike, so for today I used it. And I raced like a quarter of the last lap without air in the tire. Somehow I got a pinch flat. And it really sucked because I'm not sure if I got the sprint yet. I couldn't see anything. I was just pushing so hard. But let's go see. I did get a pinch flat. I'm pretty sure I got it with like a quarter lap to go. I ran 21 PSI in the rear tire, and I probably just pinched the wheel in between the tube. One Easter egg during the race was this guy. He was walking, and he seemed to be tired, and he kind of looked at me as if he were cutting the course, but I'm not sure if he did. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.